At first, black men getting their passports and going overseas was a topic just for YouTube. But now that topic has transcended to TikTok, and you have creators like Austin Holloman over there and other people who are kind of spreading that message that black men are sort of wasting their time on average dating the United States. Because of what's going on in the system, many women are acting more masculine, not as feminine. They have ridiculous requirements for them as men that they can't meet. So you got a better opportunity by dating out. If you date out, you get a woman more feminine, typically more attractive, and more easily or more willing to easily put in more into the relationship. Now, you've gotten a lot of response from, some people out there, but what I've noticed is women are responding to these videos, even in favor of men. There's a TikToker by the name of Rhonda Sack. I talked about her video she made saying that she was out in Jamaica and she saw a lot of black men with non-black women. But I want to talk about this TikToker by the name of Love Don't Live Here, right? She goes by the moniker Lady K, but that's the name of her TikTok channel. Love Don't Live Here, Livhere. And she also has weighed in on the fact that black men are getting their passports. And she had this to say. So let's play that clip.
All y'all black men talking about y'all finna leave the country because y'all sick of black women and y'all sick of our attitudes and y'all sick of our masculinity and y'all sick of us having to take care of ourselves. Guess what? We don't give a fuck. Bye. Because we want white men anyway.
So I don't know if this was a joking thing, but I mean, when I look at the rest of the videos on her TikTok, none of those videos are sort of related to like talking down to black men or bashing men at all. So it seems that although it was done in, maybe like horseplay, there's some validity, right? Because she's been irritated by some of the things that she's heard. And I want to talk about the attitude that she has towards these guys. She said this, listen, if you black men say that you're going to get your passports and leave black women alone because we're too masculine, well, here's what we got to say to that. We don't give a F. All right. She's not talking about that the guys are wrong. Mostly none of the ladies are saying that. None of the ladies are saying that as far as black men. When black men are saying, hey, listen, black women are a little bit too out of range for what they're requiring. They're a little too unfeminine for the way that they look towards black men. None of the ladies are saying you're wrong. No, we are feminine. They're not saying that. Some are saying, well, the reason why we are masculine is because of you're not masculine enough as men. I've heard that. But one of the things that she said is we just don't care. We want white men anyway. Now, again, I don't know how much of horseplay is, but the key that I want to talk about is they don't care. Let me talk about the fact that they don't care. See, here's something that a lot of people don't understand. When it comes to how black women feel, black men are supposed to care, right? It's supposed to be something very important. You should really put women first, care about their needs. But whenever something is about black men, she nailed it on the head. They don't care. Because who are you guys for them to be caring about? In general, they don't care. Now, obviously, they care about, who they deal with in general. But as far as black men and what their concerns are, they don't care. Okay? Now, here's the situation. Because black women, not all, but some of them have the attitude that they don't care. Here's the result of that. Then black men don't care. All right? Now, what's more devastating? Black men not caring or black women not caring? Let me tell you. All right? I've been to certain countries where I've seen men that care. Certain neighborhoods, right? I've been to Luxembourg, Dubai, right? I don't tell everybody where I'm at, but I've seen places where the men generally have an opinion, generally want to be there, generally want to create safe environments for their women. And I understand that these guys own the countries, and we've never owned legislator in America. But the thing is that I've seen it. When men care about the community, when men care about women, when men care about stuff like that, they're going to make sure their resources are there. They're going to make sure. If when men care, they're going to make sure that you have a lot more stuff on average than women can give themselves. Now, what am I talking about? You're talking about teamwork here. I'm never saying, listen, ladies, when I talk about this, I'm never saying that women can't do anything for themselves or do it independently. Not saying that. I'm saying that you will have a push from men who are willing to help you. Good help is hard to find, right? So if you're a woman and you're doing things for yourself, imagine you having somebody having an interest in you, helping you out, like helping you out financially, helping you pay down a mortgage, helping you build a house, helping you save towards retirement, helping you fund a business, helping fight off people who might be trying to do something to you, helping you build a community that will keep you safe at night, helping you start a business, helping you to do things like that. That's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with the fact that this is what guys do, what men typically do when they're very interested in their women. They're very interested in their safety and all of that, the kind of foods that they eat, how big the houses are, the schools your kids go to, all of that. When you say you don't care, you're pretty much saying the only person that matters is me. And I'm not going to change for you. Who are you that I should change? And in fact, we don't even want you. We want white men anyway. When in average, you don't really see a lot of white men doing the things that black men would normally want to do. And I'm not saying that white men can't do it, but now black men marry black women way more than white men do. So you're wanting white men who are the, most likely least interested in you than black men are, and are less likely as a whole to give you or be having the same permanent interest that black men have. This is what we're talking about. Turning away your biggest supporters, which makes no sense. The biggest people who have the biggest, investment in seeing you be successful, that's who you're alienating. That's just like I'll tell black men all the time. It's like alienating black women. I get that some of you brothers don't interested in them sometimes, you're fed up. But still, why would you alienate the people from your community? It don't make no sense, right? It don't. It doesn't. I could never alienate black women from the equation because they're from my community. I can't do that. Doesn't make sense. We can have these tough conversations, but to alienate people who typically would be invested in you being successful doesn't make sense to alienate them. That's what you're seeing towards these black men who are traveling. Instead of listening to what they got to say, let them come to the table, try to figure it out. We're not dealing with that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first clip at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.